All right, so we are back with another BrewskiBets banger. All right, I took a couple weeks off. I went, I touched some grass. I enjoyed the summer with my family. This isn't my job yet. I'm gonna go enjoy life still. So, wasn't as consistent as I'd like it to be, and I'm gonna try and work on that. I want these videos to come out on the weekly basis. I want it to be more timely, and I want it to make sense with when everyone is trying to consume this content as well. So that it's eventually not just for me, so that eventually someone can come in, look at progress I made from when I started this channel, where I had 250 bucks in the account, where I eventually grow this thing to thousands and thousands of dollars. So there's the goal, right? Um, but there's going to be some growing pains in between. We're going to put it that way because I'm a dad with kids and a life and job otherwise. So it might not always be as consistent as I like it to be, but when I can, I'm going to try and get these videos out as much as I can, right? So today I'm going to be playing a little bit of catch up. I'm going to be going back. This isn't going to be as relevant for anyone else who might watch this video, but I'm going to go back to the UFC Fight Night Allen vs. Costa and just start from there to recap my fights from that UFC card through the Macau card this weekend. Pretty much it is the Allen vs. Costa fight card, and then in between I bet on the PFL card, so I've got a couple bets in there just to go over. And then finally the UFC Macau card that just went over yesterday. So we're gonna start recapping fight cards as well as my bets, how I did on the nights, and where we ended up in terms of profit versus loss on the betting tracker. So we'll start here on the first one, UFC Fight Night Allen versus Costa. Um, all in all, this was a pretty frustrating card for me. I had so many near near wins in terms of I put in too many parlays and I lost multiple by a single leg that if I'd hit one or two of those, it would have been an excellent night for me. So some frustrating reads. Malcolm Wellmaker screwed me over. Daniel Barres not being able to win a round, that screwed me over. So tough night on this one, kind of. I think I ended up making very, very minuscule profit or minor loss on the night in terms of where I went betting wise. So fights wise, we'll just go over the quick breakdown of these. Nicole Cagliari looked excellent against Shauna Bannon. That was one I saw it at weigh-ins, and I went, okay, Nicole's dominating this. I had her in a parlay. I think that didn't work out because of a leg, right? So this is going to be the theme of the night. Daniel Barres had him in a parlay at plus 3.5 that he screwed up that leg. Alice Ardeline versus Paliana Viana. I had Alice. She was one of my wins on the night. Cody Brundage. Again, one of my good reads on the night, but I did not place my bets properly to make money on my good read of this card. So quite frustrating from the sense of feeling like I had the right reads on the card, but made the wrong bets. So Ketlin Vieira versus Jacqueline Cavalcanti. I bet on this one to go to decision. I parlayed that with Alice Ardeleon. I actually made some money on that one. Tommy Gant was my most confident call on the night, and he looked excellent in there. Looks like a real prospect. But again, because of how I bet, I did not make good money on this fight because I put him in a parlay. And the other leg lost, Malcolm. Next one, decision, unanimous. Ivan Urslan versus Tugo Tugos. I think I did not end up touching this one, but I initially wanted Ivan Urslan by KO, and I'm glad I did not touch it. Chaos Williams, I made a little money on this one on a straight up money line. And Bernardo Sopai, I made a little money on this one on a straight up money line. Those were smart bets. Singles, hitting well. All my parlays, though, they were problems this week. Modestus Bukauskas, I lost on this one as well because I played him via any sort of finish, and he looked awful. Malcolm Wellmaker, he blew my night with I had him in a Tommy Gant Malcolm Wellmaker parlay, and there went Wellmaker. I had him in another big parlay where Wellmaker was the only leg that missed. So lost some good money on him tonight. I'll have to rethink him in the future on who he's fighting and what the talent level looks like, because he obviously isn't fully up to speed yet. Duho Choi, I made a little money on Duho. Again, another good read. I had a lot of my reads on the night were so great, and then my bets were awful. So I made money on Duho Choi, another straight money line bet. Did well on that one. Finally, Arnold Allen, another great read that I had. He won. He looked excellent in there. I knew that Melky over 5 was not going to be able to hold up with him, and that's what it was. So there's how the card went and a quick breakdown of it. Now I'll show you how the bets went for me. All right, and so here's how the actual bets turned out for me, right? So here's our first one placed on the night. Tommy Gant and Malcolm Wellmaker at a plus 104. Nice 1 unit wager for me. And there's our loss because of Malcolm looking like garbage against Juan Diaz. Our second bet on the night, Alisar de Leon plus the Ketlin Vieira Jacqueline Cavalcanti decision. That one went well for me. Hit on that one. Daniel Barres losing me money all night long on this one. I put way too much on this guy to win a round. I will not be trusting him anymore in the future. It's probably on the no bet list depending on who they put him up against. But yeah, he ruined Nicole Cagliari for me and my read on that. Chaos Williams paid me out. He got me some good money. Here's more that I put on Nicole Cagliari and Daniel Barres, and yeah, we lost on that because of him. Arnold Allen, we made money on him. Ho Choi, we made money on him. Single money lines, we were looking great on the night, right? Bernardo Sopai looked great, hit another one. Oh my goodness, what a great night. Look at this. Look at this 7-pick. Look how good that was going to be. Plus $2,896. We hit every single leg, and then there's Daniel. And then there's Daniel. So that one lost. And then boom, look on our 4-pick. Oh gosh, another one. Cody Brundage hit. Tommy Gant hit it. Arnold Allen. Malcolm. So again, just how I placed my bets. I could have had a great night if either one of those had hit. Next one, Jacqueline Cavalcanti. Her live money line, I put $2.50 on that at the end of the first, just thinking maybe she could come back in it, and that was a silly live bet. Modestus Bukauskas to win by any knockout or submission. He goes to split decision, so we have another loss there. I couldn't help myself on the night and jumped on a Carano card bet, and that was terrible choices. We lost on a little Junior Dos Santos action. Continuing on the bets from this card, Malcolm Wellmaker by decision, a loss. Ho Choi by submission, a loss. We're putting small units at least on these half units and quarter units, and we're putting a small amount of money on these things, and so at least we're not losing a ton on these, but not good calls. This one was a flyer. I can't help myself at plus 2,500. Ho Choi, one of my good calls, made a little money on him. And finally, Arnold Allen and Melky to not go the distance. We lost some money on that. We made our money on Arnold Allen money line. So could have been a really great night if I had just changed a couple legs here and there, maybe done a little less in the way of parlays, but I was disappointed, yet wasn't completely down on the night, so we'll call it a win, right? So while we're here checking out the bets, we're going to check on my PFL bets as well from the next week. That one went pretty well for me all in all. I couldn't complain. I hit a parlay here of it's just a giant favorites parlay. This card was ridiculously high favorited card. Everyone was like a minus 1,000 or greater. So parlayed a few of them up that I felt really confident in. Made a little money on that. Made $10 on their 4-pick parlay. Made it hit well on the Gustavo Oliveira money line as him as an underdog. Guy is a dog. He's a fighter. I thought he looked great in there. So that one felt good. We got robbed on Marceli Alves. That man won that fight, and they robbed him. That was bullshit. Either way, I mean, again, I shouldn't make it like it was audacious. It wasn't an audacious robbery, but it was a robbery. And finally, we finished the night with this 3-pick parlay where Luka Poklet lost us that one. I mean, the guy he was fighting Kamzat was huge and just knocked the shit out of him. I thought he was better than that, but he was not. So now I'm going to recap the Macau card, which actually went really well for me. It was a good card all in all, and I made some good money on that card. 4 a.m. start time, which I did not get up for that. I was up by 5. I gave it my best, but the 4 a.m. alarm did not wake me up, okay? So by 5, we were up and enjoying ourselves and already woke up to a win with Jacqueline Amarine sub. So it was a good night for me. When I hit the first bet of the night, it leads to good confidence on the rest of the card. We'll put it that way. Either way, we'll go through these real quick. Jacqueline Amarine, I had a submission either round 1 or round 2. as well as Luke Bume by decision. So I was making money in one way or another on this. I made a very minuscule amount, but I made a little money on her. Did not place any money on Vera versus Zhu. This one just, it seemed I was way too split all week long, and I was leaning Vera, even though a lot of people were thinking Zhu, but I it was not one I was willing to place on. So did not touch this one. Did not touch Angela Hill versus Jing Nan Zhang, but I should have, because Jing Nan didn't deserve to be there. She looked awful. And then Jake Matthews versus Carlston Harris. I made some money on this. I made money on Jake, but it was scary. He was the basis of my whole card. I put way too much money on him, and I will not be doing so again. Not with that amount of units placed on one man. Kind of confidence, because he didn't look like he had the right fight IQ to be doing so. Kaya Sakura, he looked great in there. Sergey knocked him out right away. Making money on a lot of these. Mingyang Zhang, he's the one who took away my ability to make bank on this card. I was gonna hit a nice parlay as well, but he was the only leg that didn't hit on that one. So, quick recap on that, and then we'll go over the bets here now. So to start with our bets for the Macau card, Luis Felipe Diaz and Jake Matthews. We put $30 or 2 units on that one, and it ended up paying off for me, right? Next one was my 6th pick. Everything looking great here, aside from my main man, Zhang Mingyang. He's a fraud, guys. It's been proven now. It's not just against Johnny Walker and his long leg kicks. It's against any real striker. I thought his boxing was so much better. He was getting outboxed like crazy. Like, could not. I was like, "Where's your 1-2, man? Right down the pipe." Nothing. It never came out. He just got his ass beat. Every other leg of that one hit and was looking great. And then Jake Matthews and Sergey Pavlovich. I spread the units properly this time, but in a very scary way. I just put out $70 on Jake Matthews to win this week, pretty much, and I got really lucky that he did, and that his IQ didn't screw me over, right? So we'll take it. That was a win, 2-pick parlay. This card was treating me well. Here's our Jacqueline Amarine to win by submission in round 1 that hit 250 for 16.25. We lost the round 2. We lost the Loma Luke Bume decision, but we were trying to make money some way or another on this fight. Our 3-pick parlay that hit, Kaya Sakura, Ray Saruya, and Song Yadong. Made a little money on that, 12.50 Rager. Lost on Zhang Mingyang, a little bit of money there, and in general on my parlays. Jose Enrique made me a little money. I should have put a little bit more on him. He looked excellent in there, because I ended up losing money in total on the fight when I placed it on KO, DKO, DQ, because those guys were just not going down no matter. Luis Felipe Diaz, made some good money on him. Got him to win by any knockout, submission, or DQ, as well as his money line. I lost his round 1 submission because he knocked him out. Sergey Pavlovich, round 1 knockout. Won money on that one. Lost a little on the round 2, but we came out profitable. And Zhang Mingyang back to disappointing me, as well as Davison Figueiredo's submission. That was a flyer call. Song Yadong, he submitted him. He didn't go to decision, so a lot of flyer calls that I was missing after hitting some good money lines and good 2-pick parlays there. And finally Davison Figueroa plus 5.5 did not hit as well. So there was the betting breakdown for me, how the card went, and I'll show you the tracker now on where we're at money wise. Alrighty, so starting here in the yellow section, this is the Allen versus Costa card here, and how it ended up turning out for me, right? So kind of see, we started the night at about $24 up, and we went down a little bit, we went up, but we ended up on the night mildly profitable, and then we went through to the PFL next week, and we ended up mildly profitable, I believe. Yep, about $15-16 profitable on PFL, and then finally on Macau. We had an excellent card, right? So we started at around $46 profit, and we brought it up to 106 in the end. So we're making some mild, steady growth. Still got to work on some of my bets, some of my unit management, I would say, and just some of the crazy bets in the moment live that I need to kind of just stay off of. So there it is. The channel's not dead. We're still going. The empire, the dream is still alive, and we plan to take it all the way.